Concerned citizens seek help for elderly homeless woman. Government converting hotel into COVID-19 hospital. Ministry of the Presidency defends contracting American PR firm. In the region, PAHO head tells Caribbean to prepare for a surge in COVID-19 cases. And internationally, Africa's largest economy to face recession in 2021. Greetings and welcome to another edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. I am George Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us. On Friday, Chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission, Claudette Singh, is expected to give the Commission her final decision regarding the modalities of the national recount of votes in the general elections. It was disclosed after a meeting of the Commission this morning that the main issues to be solved are the number of workstations needed and the time necessary to count an individual ballot box. There is a total of 2,339 boxes to be counted. Concerned citizens in Cummingsburg are requesting the public's assistance in saving an elderly woman from homelessness. More from Esther Sobers.
My God knows that what I'm saying is the truth. I have no way to still live because we have family dispute. That's why I'm out here.
The streets are not a place for an elderly woman. Nonetheless, 87-year-old Irma Ashby has been living on them for the past 2 weeks. To be more specific, she's living on the street in front of 288 Middle Street, opposite the Georgetown Public Hospital Middlegate entrance. Day by day, she sits in her wheelchair, living off the kindness of strangers. The sight of the elderly woman begging for change troubles residents.
The woman claims she was a patient at the Georgetown Public Hospital. She's wearing a nightdress and sitting in a wheelchair with a couple of bags, and she's there. Passers-by would give her something to eat. With this COVID-19 and all has been going on, and she said she's 87 years old, I don't think that's the right thing.
Even the owner of the building where the woman sits attempted to help the senior citizen. The owner reached out to various shelters, but it was to no avail.
Patrick Perry's, whose building she was sitting in front of for the past 2 weeks or so, tried reaching out to the Palms and Ministry of Social Services, but he was never lucky to get anyone to answer the phone, so he didn't get any help from that end. A social worker from the Georgetown Public Hospital went over the street to her, and I think she got some help where she was given medication, but that was all.
The concerned residents want the woman to receive help immediately as they fear for her health and safety, especially during this pandemic. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. A dossier that the government is using to sway U.S. public opinion towards the APNU AFC has listed President David Granger as a United States citizen. In response to this revelation, presidential spokesperson Mark Archer told News Talk Radio Guyana 103.1 FM that President Granger has never been a dual citizen, saying, quote, President Granger has never been a citizen of any other country. He is a Guyanese citizen, end quote. The same dossier, titled Guyana Elections 2020, also lists Director General Joseph Harmon as a U.S. citizen despite having publicly declared the renunciation of his American citizenship. Thus far, neither President Granger nor Director General Harmon has spoken on the matter. Headline News will keep you informed as details arise. Stick around. After the break, government converting hotel into COVID-19 hospital, and Ministry of the Presidency defends hiring of American PR firm.
Hurry down to Zasco on 15 North Road between Camp and Wellington Streets. Quality products at low cost for every room in your home. 65 and 55 inches high-stand 4K smart TVs. Samsung French door fridges. Black & Decker appliances, queen and king size Canadian-made mattresses. German-made pressure pots in 5 to 9 liters. 12-piece pot sets, knife sets, cutlery sets and pans, commercial fans. Samsung smart stoves. Canadian-made 3-piece recliner sofa sets. Air fryers and Hamilton Beach hot and cold water dispenser.
For that reliable, prudent, and courteous traveling experience, your choice is G3 Cabs, located at 228-229 Aubrey Barker Road and Beverly Close, South Renville Gardens. Travel in comfort and safety with our deluxe fleet of new vehicles and neatly trimmed drivers serving our customers around Georgetown. We deliver cooking gas, small packages, run errands, and provide minor vehicular roadside assistance such as jump starts of vehicles, flat tires, spare wheel assistance, and more. Contact us on 218-4982 or 218-4500. G3 Cabs. You can count on us.
Oh gosh, what's this? Me son can't read or spell. Stop! 0 out of 20. Is what I gonna do here?
Hi guys, my name is Ms. Singh and I'm the senior teacher at the Treasure After School program. Due to the spread of the coronavirus and the need for social distancing, we have moved our in-class learning activities to online via Skype. On the online site, we will be focusing on spelling, phonics, reading, and the National Grade 6 assessments. For more information, you can inbox us or call us.
Contact us on 675-4379.
I can call them now.
Hidden Treasures, discovering gems in young minds.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Welcome back. BB Backers tells us the government is currently renovating the former Ocean View Hotel to become a COVID-19 hospital, and according to Director General Harmon, the facility will be the first of its kind in the Caribbean.
Major renovations continue on the former Ocean View Hotel, which has been designated as one of the facilities to treat and quarantine patients diagnosed with COVID-19. The building is being remodeled to facilitate 300 beds, an intensive care unit, a high dependency unit, and an operating theater and a ward for patients who are quarantined with the coronavirus. The structure's roof and its 3 floors are currently being redone to accommodate the remodeling work. Construction started on April 6th and it is expected to be completed within 4 to 6 weeks. The Ministry of Public Health is increasing its quarantine facilities since the World Health Organization has estimated an increased number of cases in Guyana. The government has also set up the National Gymnasium as another facility. According to the Director General of the Ministry of the Presidency, Joseph Harmon, the total cost of the renovation of the former hotel has yet to be calculated. He divulged this during a visit to the Civil Defense Commission's headquarters on Thursday. While concerns were expressed over the possibility of flooding at the facility, the Director General noted that engineers are already engaged in revetment work on the grounds. According to Harmon, the site will be specifically used for COVID-19 patients even after the pandemic has passed. He also noted that Guyana will be the first nation in the Caribbean to have built a permanent facility dedicated solely to the treatment of COVID-19. For Headline News Update, Bibi Bacchus.
Thanks, Bibi. The Director General of the Ministry of the Presidency, Joseph Harmon, stated that the National COVID-19 Task Force decided on Wednesday to suspend the Civil Defense Commission's hamper distribution campaign. The task force is now considering creating a more long-term solution to assist the public during the ongoing pandemic. In place of the current system, Harmon explained that the aid will be given in the form of food or a food voucher after one has passed an application process.
We have set up a database which will allow for persons who are affected to register on that database to say, look, I am a vulnerable person, I have been unemployed and therefore I am requesting assistance. Once that is done, the Ministry of Social Protection will do a check on those applications. And once we are satisfied that those are persons who are vulnerable and who satisfy those requirements, then we will make a determination as to who gets a care package or who gets a voucher for them to go and actually buy these foodstuff at various places.
The Director General was at the time speaking to the media after a tour of the CDC's headquarters in Thomaslands. During the same press conference, he explained that the government is now calculating the cost for the relief efforts for both individuals as well as companies. He also took time to defend the Avenue AFC's decision to hire a Washington, D.C. based PR firm, saying it was necessary for the government to counter the PPPC's narrative of the 2020 elections. However, when he was asked about the usage of taxpayer money, Harmon maintained that no government funds went to it.
We have supporters around the world who are very incensed, who are upset that this kind of narrative continues to be perpetuated on a daily basis, and have come forward to say, look, what can we do to help? And our supporters and friends abroad have come together, put together the little $100, $1,000, things like that, and they are paying for this. No money has come from the government treasury.
And finally, he also addressed questions surrounding the employment of former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Carl Greenidge.
This has been no attempt to single out the persons who have received letters. It was a general procedural matter, after which there will be a discussion as to the way we're going to do it.
According to Harmon, each of President Granger's cabinet ministers received a letter about their employment pending the results of the current elections. However, he did not specify the reason for Greenidge's departure from the ministry. Don't go away. After the break, we have your regional and international news.
Hurry down to Zasco on 15 North Road between Camp and Wellington Streets. Quality products at low cost for every room in your home. 65 and 55 inches high-stand 4K smart TVs. Samsung French door fridges. Black & Decker appliances, queen and king size Canadian-made mattresses. German-made pressure pots in 5 to 9 liters. 12-piece pot sets, knife sets, cutlery sets and pans, commercial fans. Samsung smart stoves. Canadian-made 3-piece recliner sofa sets. Air fryers and Hamilton Beach hot and cold water dispenser.
For that reliable, prudent, and courteous traveling experience, your choice is G3 Cabs, located at 228-229 Aubrey Barker Road and Beverly Close, South Rentville Gardens. Travel in comfort and safety with our deluxe fleet of new vehicles and neatly trimmed drivers serving our customers around Georgetown. We deliver cooking gas, small packages, run errands, and provide minor vehicular roadside assistance such as jump starts of vehicles, flat tires, spare wheel assistance, and more. Contact us on 218-4982 or 218-4500. G3 Cabs. You can count on us.
is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you have a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Oh gosh, what's this? Me son can't read or spell. Stop! 0 out of 20. Is what I gonna do here?
Hi guys, my name is Ms. Singh and I'm the senior teacher at the literature after school program. Due to the spread of the coronavirus and the need for social distancing, we have moved our in-class learning activities to online via Skype. On the online side, we will be focusing on spelling, phonics, reading, and the National Grade 6 assessments. For more information, you can inbox us or call us.
Contact us on 675-4379.
I can call them now.
Hidden Treasures, discovering gems in young minds.
To correctly remove gloves, pinch and hold your glove at the area close to your wrist. Then peel back the glove downward, ensuring to hold your removed glove in your gloved hand. To remove the glove from your gloved hand, using 2 fingers, slide them at your wrist under the glove. Using the same action, peel the glove downward, ensuring to keep the glove inside out. And dispose of your glove in a biohazard waste container. After removing gloves, immediately wash hands.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at news in the region and around the world. The rate and magnitude of COVID-19 transmission came as a surprise to PAHO and an admission made by Director of the Pan American Health Organization and World Health Organization Regional Director for the Americas, Dr. Carissa Etienne. During a press briefing on Tuesday, she said the Caribbean should prepare for a surge in COVID-19 cases in the coming weeks. Dr. Etienne said, quote, "This pandemic has really surpassed all the others we have had in terms of its magnitude. I was also surprised by our inability to provide the resources in terms of personal protective equipment, masks, and tests, and the almost market failure concerning those required resources." End quote. The region has not yet been hit with the full force of COVID-19, but PAHO expects that to change in the coming weeks. And internationally, the International Monetary Fund says Nigeria's economy is expected to shrink by 3.4% this year, and Africa's largest economy could face a recession lasting until 2021. Al Jazeera's Ahmed Idris reports.
The global COVID-19 pandemic is taking a human and economic toll on Nigeria. Its main resource is oil. Demand and the market price is falling worldwide. Adding to the crisis, a dispute between major producers, Saudi Arabia and Russia, which has driven prices to their lowest level in nearly 2 decades. Although world producers have agreed to cut production in order to shore up prices, there's been no significant rises yet.
It's not going to be easy for us. But what the president has done, what the president told us is he doesn't want development projects to suffer. We've taken a lot of preemptive steps and we are very confident that we'll be shielded from some of these losses that are being expected.
Nigeria cut its daily output from 2.1 million barrels to 1.8 million before the oil producers meeting a few days ago. And the new agreement has forced another cut in production by a further 417,000 barrels a day. Economists say this is leading to plant closures and job losses, which they estimate to be between 15 and 30% for now.
Some companies that are paying half salary right now, nobody knows whether those employees will begin to earn their full salary at the end of the pandemic or continue to earn half salary for some months, or it could be up to a year.
Experts say even for those able to keep their jobs, there are no guarantees of doing that for long. Nigeria's recession is projected to continue into next year, though at a slower rate. Representatives of organized labor here are concerned.
Any threat to jobs would be additional injury to too many, because already there is injury to lives, and then you want to have injury to livelihood. Labor will not tolerate this at all.
The National Bureau of Statistics report of 2019 said Nigeria had 23% unemployment in 2018. But one official admitted that the number could top 33% this year, and that was even before the COVID-19 pandemic and a sharp decline in oil demand and pricing. The Nigerian government is cutting its 2020 budget estimates by nearly 40%, with negative implications on financing development and job creation. A report from the World Bank predicts Africa's economy will lose between $37 to $79 billion in output this year. Nigeria in particular is expected to account for a substantial part of that loss. More bad news for a country which only 2 years ago emerged from its worst recession since 1987. Ahmed Idris, Al Jazeera, Abuja.
And finally, tens of thousands of Pakistanis have been stranded abroad, awaiting repatriation flights. Al Jazeera's Imran Khan reports.
Sana'ullah Khan shares a moment with his family, but not with some of his relatives. They're stuck in the United Arab Emirates, desperately wanting to come back to Pakistan. He can only speak to them on the phone.
I recently came back to Pakistan after spending 20 years in the UAE, but now my nephew and other family members are stuck there. They are desperate to come back, but unfortunately, due to the incompetency of our government, there isn't any plan for their repatriation. They are least bothered about the plight of Pakistanis stuck in the UAE or elsewhere.
Some 35,000 people have registered with the Pakistani embassy in Abu Dhabi. The UAE will allow them to return home, but Pakistan must provide repatriation flights, something it hasn't done so far. Many Pakistanis are angry at the government's handling of the coronavirus pandemic. They accuse Prime Minister Imran Khan of not doing enough to tackle the crisis and for not taking decisive action early on. The Foreign Ministry says plans are underway to bring back Pakistanis who are stranded abroad.
The government of Pakistan is fully seized of the situation being faced by our compatriots and Pakistani nationals in different parts of the world, in UAE and other parts of the Gulf region. This is uppermost in the mind of the government of Pakistan, and a comprehensive plan for repatriation of all our nationals is being made.
The Pakistani government has set up a quarantine facility on its border with Afghanistan to house nearly 1,500 people who were repatriated recently. It wants to show this is a successful aspect of its response to the pandemic. But Pakistan, like many countries, is struggling to cope with a global health emergency, and things are moving slowly, which is frustrating many who are worried about family and friends stuck abroad. Imran Khan, Al Jazeera.
That's all for today's regional and international news. Here is your 3-day weather forecast. That's all for this edition of the Headline News Update. Tune in Friday at 6 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Also, visit our website at headlinenewsguyana.com for all the news we couldn't fit in this newscast. Until then, take care.